So the Panthers get the first two match wins of the day. Leads us to 141. Christian Colman for the Duke Blue Devils taking on Anthony Santaniello for the Panthers. And Greg, this is a weight where Keith Gavin, Pitt head coach, is really looking for someone to separate themselves, take on the role, and be that go-to starter at 141.
Yeah, both Santaniello and Briar Priest have had similar results. And Santaniello did beat Priest in the beginning of the season in the wrestle-offs, which is why he gets the nod. But they've allowed Briar a chance to wrestle too, and both guys similar in their results. So they're looking to see if Santaniello here can put up a big win.
Santaniello, of course, the younger brother of Vinny Santaniello, who we told you about earlier. Panthers typical 133, but currently dealing with an injury. Santaniello coming off a win against Tyler Tracy of NC State. It was good for him to get back on track. Has stumbled a couple times throughout the season. Had a hot start to the year, but once again, Keith Gavin looking for him to really step up to the task. And it was interesting, you ask Keith Gavin about his decision at 141, what factors into that, and he basically said they make the decision, right? I mean, it's one-on-one, so if you win, you're the guy, and look at Santaniello here with a great start.
Yeah, got that cradle locked in, looking to try to get the fall. It's not really in a great position to get it, and there Colman able to kick out. But a good 7-0 lead for Santaniello. Yeah, and I think that's why, you don't have a ranked wrestler in this weight. We talked about how, Santaniello and Priest have both seen time in the lineup. But both guys are solid options for the Panthers. See here, Jason, we got the cradle locked in. It will take Colman to his back. Was never in that great position to really get the fall with that shoulder high off the mat, but enough to take a 7-0 lead.
Referee having a quick word there with Anthony Santaniello.
Armbar right now to try to get a wing. Got the arm in with the ankle laced. Now he's got a half thrown in as well. See what Santaniello decides to do here. Is he going to try to run it? Will he try to tilt it? He's got to be careful running it because you don't want to get a potentially dangerous scenario after getting that arm in. Colman able to get that arm free. Now a tilt attempt. Not there for Santaniello.
So Santaniello will take a 7-0 lead to the period break. And hey, reminder, next time Panthers are in this building is Friday night at 7 o'clock in a really good duel against North Carolina. Each team with 7 ranked wrestlers currently. Should be a lot of ranked matches in that one. And Sean Kenny, Rock Harrison will be here at the Fieldhouse on the call for that duel on ACC Network. Greg, you and I were talking earlier. Seems like a season where NC State has a pretty firm hold on the top team in the conference, at least at the moment, but a lot of teams in the mix could make a push to be labeled that second best team in the ACC, and I think that duel on Friday is going to be a critical night to help determine that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. North Carolina definitely in that mix. You still have Virginia Tech coming up for the Panthers as well. But yeah, this is going to be a big one on Friday, really to determine the pecking order of the ACC.
And interesting with Stanford now in the mix as well.
Yeah, that definitely makes things even more interesting, right? The Panthers have gotten that win against Stanford So on the Panthers side, if they can win against North Carolina, that'll set them up for a big match against Virginia Tech. There that following week.
So Santaniello and Colman, mid-second period here, out of bounds there. And should note Santaniello had that riding time stacking up in the first period, but well done by Colman to shave some of that off. It sits at 57 seconds right now, and of course Santaniello starts there on bottom, and so it continues to drop here in the second period.
Trying to get to his feet is Santaniello, and he's able to break the hold, get out for one. Colman now trying to be the aggressor. Wants to work that Russian tie and gets Santaniello down to the mat. Does he finish? Santaniello, good job of rolling all the way through on that to not give up the takedown.
And then he instantly gets back up and tries to take a shot of his own before the whistle.
Yeah, now a miss there for Santaniello. So fortunate to not give up any kind of takedown there.
So nothing there in the closing seconds of the second period. A little scramble there. Santaniello keeps the 8-0 lead.
Yeah, good Russian tie, bring him down to the mat. Colman just could not stay with him on that roll through, or else if he had, it would have been a takedown. But Santaniello able to prevent points from going on the board.
And like you said, quick reaction, and Santaniello there trying to instantly get back up. I think he noticed Colman was kind of twisted around trying to get back up himself after being on the edge of the mat there, and Santaniello instantly back into it, and now he's on top. He gets that riding time back up over a minute here in the third.
So yeah, that riding time point they're already at a major decision, but now Santaniello will give the escape, so even if nothing else happens, he'll have the major in hand with that ride time point. Well, we've seen Colman be more aggressive here in the second and now in the third as he takes that shot in. And really, I mean, it was reactionary to how he got that cradle locked in for Santaniello in the first. So Colman is the aggressor here on their feet.
So Santaniello adds 3 more.
He's got that arm trap too. If he could get a hold of that chin, he might be able to take him over. Instead, he'll just get behind.
Greg, what can this do for a young guy like Santaniello? Getting a big win against an ACC opponent. Of course, Colman has struggled, but he is a senior. And so Anthony Santaniello comes in his redshirt freshman year and has really been in full control of the match.
Yeah, I think now at this point, right, you have the major decision in hand. Go out and try to get that. See if you can get those points for a technical foul. Might be tough with limited time, but you'd want to see Santaniello see, hey, let me see if I can get one more. If I'm late in a match, am I going to be able to get that takedown? You saw it early now with after he didn't get that first shot, he's kind of took the foot off the gas a bit, but that's what you'd want to see out of him. Somebody that wants to put up some more points, especially when he's going to need them late in a tight match.
So Anthony Santaniello will get that riding time point, and he'll get the major decision win over Christian Colman. Panthers, as a team, have been flawless so far, and it's now back-to-back ACC wins for Anthony Santaniello after getting Tyler Tracy of NC State last Friday.